In the bustling city of Osaka, there lived a young man named Daiki. Daiki had a job in a prestigious company, a loving family, and supportive friends. From an outsider's perspective, he had everything one could wish for. But Daiki was unhappy. He had fallen into a rut and was dissatisfied with his life. One day, Daiki decided he had had enough. He had heard about a wise monk named Hiroshi who lived atop the holy mountain of Koyasan. Hoping Hiroshi could help him find happiness, Daiki set off on his journey. The journey was long and tiring, but Daiki was determined. When he finally reached Koyasan, he found Hiroshi meditating in a peaceful temple garden. The serenity of the place made Daiki's heart calm. After Hiroshi finished his meditation, Daiki approached him and shared his feelings. "Hiroshi-san, I feel as if I'm trapped in my life. I don't know how to find happiness." Hiroshi listened to Daiki and then said, "Daiki-san, happiness is not something you find, it's something you cultivate. Do you see this garden? It was barren once, but with time, patience, and care, it has transformed into a sanctuary of peace and beauty." He then gave Daiki a task. "For the next month you will live here and tend to this garden." Daiki was confused. He had traveled all this distance for a solution, and now he was asked to garden. But he saw wisdom in Hiroshi's eyes and decided to trust him. He started his task the next day. At first, Daiki struggled. He didn't know the first thing about gardening. But as days turned into weeks, he learned. He learned about the different types of plants, how much water they needed and when they needed sunlight. He learned to remove the weeds and take care of the tiny bugs. He saw the garden transform day by day, and along with the garden, he felt a transformation within himself. Taking care of the garden made Daiki slow down. He started appreciating the small things: the sunrise, the chirping of the birds, the smell of fresh earth. He found joy in seeing a new bud bloom, and even the tiredness he felt after a day of work made him feel alive. He realized he had been so caught up in the race of life that he had forgotten to live. After a month, Daiki returned to Osaka, but he was not the same man who had left. He carried the peace of the garden within him. He started taking out time for himself, for the things he loved. He started living instead of just existing. Daiki's story teaches us some important lessons. Lesson 1. The importance of slowing down. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves rushing from one task to another, constantly chasing deadlines and trying to get ahead. However, this lesson is about reminding us that life is not a race. There's no finish line we're trying to reach faster than others. It's a journey that needs to be savored. When we slow down, we open ourselves to appreciate the seemingly small and insignificant things around us. The warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a loved one, the taste of our favorite food. These moments, while seemingly small, often bring the greatest joy. They help us stay connected to the present moment and keep us grounded. They remind us of the beauty and pleasure found in simplicity. Thus, slowing down allows us to enrich our life experience and find joy in the journey itself. Lesson 2. The value of patient effort. Much like cultivating a garden, change in life also requires patient effort. A garden does not bloom overnight. It needs consistent care, watering, and sunlight. Similarly, any significant change in our lives, be it personal growth, learning a new skill, or overcoming a challenge, takes time and consistent effort. Patience is a fundamental virtue when striving for change. It's about understanding that progress might be slow and not always straightforward. There might be setbacks and slow periods, but that doesn't mean growth isn't happening. Just as the growth of plants in a garden isn't always visible to the naked eye, our progress might not always be outwardly visible, but that doesn't mean it's not occurring. This lesson encourages us to be patient with ourselves and trust in the process of change. Lesson 3. The meaning of living. This lesson serves as a reminder not to get so consumed with the hustle and bustle of life that we forget to actually live. It's easy to get caught up in our responsibilities, goals, and the constant pursuit of more. More success, more money, more recognition. However, in this relentless race, it's crucial to make time for the things that truly matter to us, the things that make us feel alive and bring us joy. This could be spending time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby, traveling, or simply taking time for self-care. This lesson is about reminding us to prioritize these aspects of life and truly live, rather than merely exist, because at the end of the day, it's these moments and experiences that add up to a life well lived. So if you're feeling like Daiki, remember his story. Remember how he found happiness not by searching for it, but by slowing down, being patient, and living his life. Remember, life is a beautiful garden. You just need to take the time to tend to it. Subscribe for more Japanese stories.